We have a quorum, so we'll call the meeting to order. Are we in compliance for this Arts Commission meeting with open meeting law and every agenda's been posted?
Yes.
Thank you. And, shall we call a roll?
Please.
I went out of order.
Parrott,
Present?
Vice Chair Bowman,
Here.
Member McCoy, Member Epstein, Member Blue,
Here.
Member Dina,
Here.
Member Smith,
Here.
Member Denton,
Here.
Member Nowak, Member Sheffield.
He's supposed to be here when
He said he's in there, but he's in traffic.
he's in traffic. Oh, okay.
Member Schneider,
Here.
Member Alvarez,
Present.
Okay, item 3, public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Actually, I should recognize maybe in the role the members of the public we have here, or under this item. I know one. We have Patty Dominguez from Metro Arts Council, and would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Megan, and I'm here for an assignment in my political science class.
Terrific. Okay. Welcome.
Hello, Megan.
Hi.
Did you have anything you wanted to say at this time about the agenda?
I'm just observing today.
Okay. All right. Then we will move on. Item 4, for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular meeting of December 20th, 2012. We did not have a meeting in January. So, has everyone gotten a chance to glance at the minutes?
Move for approval.
The motion for approval of the minutes?
No,
Any
there-
discussion? Any problems? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Minutes are approved, motion carries, and moving on. Item 5, report for possible action regarding the UNLV Public Art Class lecture series, update by Professor Pasha Rafat. I think he was planning to come today. He's not here yet, so we will postpone that item.
He called and said he's ill.
Oh, okay.
And he regrets that he can't attend, but I can report on some things on his behalf
Okay.
if you would like.
He did have, there are some handouts under item 5 that he sent in. So he coordinates the lecture series for the public art class, which they are having again this semester. I believe last year it was off the roster for a semester or two, but he still had some art students who were interested, and he still coordinated the lecture series last year. So this year we have one coming up pretty quickly on March 4th, and that one takes place on campus. The next one will be here at the Fifth Street School, and it looks like the third one is tentative and needs to be rescheduled.
Okay, either to find another location or change the date because that date wasn't available.
Wasn't
at the
available.
Fifth Street School.
So have you been working with the class, Lisa, on the Windows project?
Right. Part of the discussion with Pasha would be to talk about the class. And working on the First Street Art Trail, I thought it would be a great opportunity for the students, because they're always looking for projects, to allow them to experience a real public art sort of proposal in the implementation process by utilizing the windows. So I put aside $1,000 from our budget, about $300-something per window,
That's just
for
out of the general
supplies. It was part of our $3,000
Oh.
for those windows.
Right.
So I hope to do spring, summer, and maybe their class again in the fall. So they get maybe two opportunities per year, and then maybe we can work with a local group. So I assign them the theme of sustainability. I am part of the city's leadership, sustainability leadership team. So I thought, and it's a huge initiative with the city, so I thought this would be a great experience for them to work within that theme. It's on City Hall, kind of all ties together. So I did ask that they do submit the proposals and that I approve them. So he said he was going to bring them today, but he'll have them next week, so they can't really start until they get vetted through us. And that's basically it. They have to work out all the logistics, because I hold the key to the window.
For anyone who's not familiar, these
I would be
are
happy to pass that
windows
on.
along First Street. There are display windows, and right now there's some items in there about the two artists who were commissioned to do artwork in the
Yeah,
City
what's in there now
Hall.
needs to come down.
Sean Russell and Zach Ostrowski's installation.
First, you can't really have anything too long in those windows. Then they can't really I set them a whole criteria. They can't paint the windows, red or something. But we'll work with them as much as we can, for sure. And then he also told me that the first lecturer is, I guess, a really major artist who shows in New York. I'm not really familiar with his work, but just kind of a heads up on that. I guess it's quite a coup to get him to come out and lecture. And I haven't researched any of these other artists, but usually Pasha does a great job of bringing in some interesting, important artists. And that's all.
I did see a biography page on some of them, and those should be lectures. So perhaps will we hear more about that next month, or do you still want him to come to
Yeah, he
me?
might. I hope he comes just to update us. Excuse me. I did also remind him that his students are to come to this class, meetings to see how the process works also. So we're kind of firing that back up also.
So I think then we can move on to item 6, report for possible action regarding the monthly status of the Our Las Vegas mobile web application. That was $12,000 this year of the fiscal year 2013 general fund, and it's a new media online public art project, so that's all awards. And he sent a PowerPoint. So under item 6, there's some text to go along with each of these slides. And that project has been doing great guns.
Should we do this interactively? Does everybody want to take a number and read it?
Go around the room.
Thoroughly. Slide 1. Let's show it. I'll start.
Okay.
2013 New Year's greetings accompany our monthly update on Our Las Vegas, our evolving online and real-world cultural animation project. It's a banner year for the project so far, and we're delighted to share developing news on all fronts. Next.
I'll do number 2. EA is Emergency Arts, first floor. That's what's pictured there, the entrance in from the coffee shop. The Our Las Vegas studio at Emergency Arts is now in full swing. In addition to serving as an audio and photography production and post-production studio, having the studio as a creative headquarters has also allowed us to participate in the 3 most recent First Friday events, often to a standing room overflow crowd. And since the studio isn't much larger than a moderate walk-in closet, this is so hard, but it does lend a sense of excitement to our gatherings. And I have been there at a couple of those, and when there are people spilling out into the hallway, the space is actually up on the second floor, right around from where the stairway comes out. And when there are people spilling out into the hallway, it does sort of create a buzz, and people kind of want to know what's going on, and they have a screen capture and a sign on the door. And so it's sort of good to have a presence there to explain to everyone coming by just what it is, because it's unique.
I'll take slide 3. EAS legend diagram. The studio also provides a much-needed physical presence to our project, sharing a building downtown with emergency arts galleries, creative startups, and small businesses is also proving enormously helpful as we plan the spring 2013 concurrent our Las Vegas exhibitions at Emergency Arts and City Hall galleries. That should be City Hall.
I'll read 4. NAC Team Picture. The studio also afforded us with the chance to invite Nevada Arts Council staff to visit us after their grants workshop at the Fifth Street School in January. Their visit to Emergency Arts was a first for all of them, and Ginger gave them a platinum tour of the studio and building.
That refers to Ginger Bruner, who's the lead photographer on the project. And so, yeah.
Okay, 5.
Number 5, the project has also received significant press attention of late. It was featured in an article in the Las Vegas end-of-year issue in late December.
And I sent you an email with a bunch of links, and you can also go to our Las Vegas and Facebook and click on a bunch of stuff there too.
Is there any way to avoid when you send those links? It always says dangerous, malicious.
It's your settings.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, they are
I know
dangerous.
you're not dangerous and all of that, but sometimes, okay.
It sounds like this is, yeah.
You have to go into your settings and do
Oh, I see.
trusted
No, I
sites.
don't go into
and
those things.
See, that's our problem.
That's the problem. Okay, screen grab. Okay.
Number 6,
6.
it's the sunscreen grab.
Okay, Las Vegas Sun reporter Joe. Say it again. Shaneman. Sure, I could do that. I've always called him something else, but that's all right. Joe. Caught up with John at the studio and wrote a short piece that make it to number 8 on the Sun. It should be me, right? Number 8 on the Sun's most popular on the day it appeared.
So
Look at
that's
John.
the Sun
He looks great,
website.
Not
Okay.
dangerous at all. He looks good there.
And that's inside our Las Vegas studio where he's sitting right there.
Okay, 7.
Later in January, KNPR Program Director Dave Becker interviewed Ginger at the radio station studio and John by phone for a 15-minute segment of State of Nevada. The segment ran on January 28th.
8.
The rise in our profile through press is accompanied by a vigorous push on the social media front. Our Twitter site recently reached the 100 followers, and we're now following over 250 of the leading journalists, movers and shakers, and trendsetters in Las Vegas and in the Las Vegas Twitterverse.
9.
Sorry.
We are carefully building relationships with our colleagues, which results in terrific exposure.
Oh, so you got an example
PJ
there.
Perez direct tweet exchange. So we're dialoguing. Okay. 10.
10. LVAC Facebook launch tweet. In addition to our Las Vegas news, we're doing our best to promote the best of Las Vegas creative activity.
So, yes, various little events and things, right, of interest and...
So they were tweeting that we launched our Facebook page, which was good because they had more followers than we had none when you first get started, and that sort of gets the word out.
Okay. Where?
Slide 12. Yeah.
In concert with Twitter, we're now managing an active Facebook page, now featuring 345 likes and impressive activity.
Marcus. 12, analytics page.
As you'll see, that the 345 fans represent a youthful demographic. Over 83% of our fans are under 55 years old. Our fans have over 148,000 Facebook friends, so the potential reach is already great. We launched the page in late December, and we're thrilled with its growth and progress.
I'm glad youthful is now under 55.
So the 17% means they're, that would be right, or not in attendance.
Or they didn't put their age when they joined it.
Okay. What did I do?
We're on
You just
slide
said that
13.
70%.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, it
they
says
don't
no signal.
participate in that.
No signal.
We were doing well.
Okay, I've started over. Start from number 1.
Tweet and all of those things would be important words.
Well, it definitely sounds like these people are doing well on social media for
I don't
us.
think we need to be
Yes,
every one of them.
Ginger Bruner has like 1,600 friends, so every time she posts, sometimes she posts a daily frame on her own page, and that brings people to the other pages.
So I think
I don't think we need to read the rest.
Okay. So we get the idea. John's pretty good at this. He's kind of in his element with the social media. And you know, he's talked about maybe working with the book festival. He's done sort of novels over a weekend through, you know, on phones. So he's got a lot of ideas. I think the 60 seconds whip that you'll see on Facebook, if you kind of scroll down, you'll see a video and just click on that. I think those are pretty genius. I really see that as a really important program. Our Las Vegas really came out of our conversations about, you know, what is Las Vegas? What do people think about us? What's the perception? What do the locals want to say about us to, you know, the visitors? Just a lot of conversation, but tapping into that creative culture, if you will, the artists, writers, journalists, performers, you know, the creative thinkers and doers in Las Vegas. So this will be the end of, I think at the end of this fiscal year, will be our 3rd year collaborating with John on our Las Vegas project. So I think there'll be a lot of discussion at our end of project planning meeting, how to move forward. I mean, he really sees this as a probably $50,000 budget project, so he can pay artists and writers to participate and contribute. I think right now it's, you know, whatever few dollars he can scrape together from the honorarium. So I think, you know, we'll be able to really assess where it is. He is planning on coming in April, so I think he is planning on coming to the Arts Commission meeting. And maybe we can address those real questions with him moving forward. I know he's trying to get a private partnership going, funding. He did get $1,000 from Downtown Project. And you know, the emergency art space does give it another dimension. It gives it, you know, that 4 walls, the bricks and mortar space, in addition to the cyberspace, social media. So it's kind of trying to play all angles to get kind of the word out that, you know, this, I don't know if it's so much the city, but there are things happening culturally in Las Vegas. Whether it's tied strongly to the Arts Commission or not, I don't know if that's even a message we're that concerned about. We really just want creative things to happen. So that's kind of where we're at with this.
50,000 is a rather scary number.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're looking to us.
to be real honest.
I mean, yeah.
And I don't think he's looking to us for that. I don't think he
Okay.
expects us to do that. I think he understands that we have a limited budget and it really doesn't fall under a capital project. So, and I know that he would do this for free. Right, John? Wherever you are. But he would. He's very passionate about Las Vegas. So, but he does, I think, more than anything, because he does have like a real job at the university and all that, he really does want to see artists get paid for their creative input on this. So So that's kind of the long-term goal. I don't know if that's the next year's goal or not. but-
I mean, one of the reasons we entered into having doing a public art project online or digitally was the notion that it would be less expensive. But at the same time, seeing how this has gone, the potential for it and the reach of it, and how it sort of goes beyond the bounds of what the Arts Commission is perceived to be, and I think that's a good thing in a way. Yes, we'll have a lot to discuss in April and at the annual projects meeting, I think, for how we carry on with this. Okay, so that was a report item. It's a report and possible action. So does anyone have any other discussion, anything they want to propose in regard to that?
I'd just like to add, I think that it's, from my perspective, from what we do here, it's a really wonderful opportunity that we hope to be able to expand with what the city's doing in terms of electronic media and information. We're always looking at ways to get it to be a part of what the kiosk information is, or what electronic reader boards and different things are coming down. We see it as a huge potential, or like what you said, Mara, originally it was a way to get a big bang for our buck without when our budgets got reduced. How do we do this? We do it electronically, and it takes time to build that. So I agree. I think John's doing a pretty spectacular job, and Ginger as well.
Okay, well, I guess we have no action on that right now, so we can move on. Item 7, report for possible action regarding the Public Art Advisory Subcommittee's recommendations for the following art donations to the City of Las Vegas. Sculptures by artists Sharon Gainberg and Benjamin Victor, and the Berkeley Square banner project by Joseph Watson, and photographs by William Carr. 3 of those are donations. The Berkeley Square banner project, those are original paintings that Joseph Watson did for the Berkeley Square banners, and that was funded by an outside department. And so there was no cost to the Arts Commission, but it was in his contract that those original paintings would come to the city through that project. So we were just recognizing those as part of the city's collection now. So do we have images for those? I can pass around some images.
Yeah, I got images here. I'll pass this way. Yeah.
So the Public Art Advisory Committee
The banners.
we did go and agree to accept the donations of the 2 sculptures and the photograph.
I did that, yeah.
But the posters, did they come back to the beginning there? The Paul posters.
Oh, Lisa, do you have those?
Put them back up there, Lisa.
The Berkeley Park ones.
Oh, where they
Berkeley Square.
They're 270.
Yeah, they're seeing it.
And I believe the banner for that
was
weeks ago, in situ
The Hell of a
neighborhood
Pioneer
there.
Woman. Yeah. Okay. Oh, photograph of the Smith Center.
I'm okay with that.
No, that's already up here in City Hall, too.
Recommendation to accept these donations and to recommend the banner as policy. Yeah, we do it and then it has to go through the.
So what do we do with these donations? We just put them in storage?
No, they will be on display.
Designated for places. I'd like to move that the board accept these donations to the Arts Commission.
Yeah.
The recommendation of
We're
the...
accepting the recommendation.
Would the board accept the recommendation of the subcommittee? That's us?
Yes.
You did it.
To accept these donations of these 4 art donations.
And one of them, the banners, we're just accepting as part of the city's art collection. They're not exactly a donation. They were in the artist contract. That the original paintings that the banners were made from would go to the city.
I might mention the artist there.
I second it.
Oh, yes. The artist of this bronze maquette of Helen J. Stewart is the same artist that did Sarah Winnemucca maquette that's out in the hallway here.
And the piece that's in the lobby of the Smith Center.
Oh, yes. Yes. The winged fellow.
In flight.
Venus in Flight?
Genius.
Genius in Flight, that's right, in between the 2 staircases.
And that's...
And the Gainsbourg was in the office.
Well, tell them the title.
The artist was here at our subcommittee meeting, Sharon Gainsbourg, and she sort of modified the title a little bit. It was called Transformations, and
Transformational Journey, because she thinks it reflects Carolyn.
so it's a...
Could you hold that up a little more for me?
This is a representation of Carolyn Goodman's Transformational Journey there.
Very well.
Yeah, thank you.
And definitely wanted.
That's from one, yeah, there's other angles of that. And here's the artist. So,
And the photograph is of the Smith Center.
and
Make a
this
good
is,
selling thing.
and this is on the 7th floor already also.
I thought she was donating it to the Smith Center. I didn't understand what we were approving it.
So that could move to other parts of the building. Right now it is on the 7th floor. And Lisa, where is this maquette right now?
We don't have it yet.
You don't have it
because
yet?
I said it had to be approved.
And then it
But,
gets delivered.
Yeah.
And
We probably need to order a base for it, for sure.
And Benjamin just offered?
No, it was,
Somebody
you
else.
want to explain how the donation,
I think it came
the
through
Friends of the Fort
the Friends of the Fort.
donated it to the
Morning
city.
Fort down.
So we're kind of backtracking and saying, because not everybody is super aware of our policies that it has to come, but sometimes I have to kind of grab things in process and say, they need to come through this committee. But yeah, they purchased it actually and then donated it to the city, which is nice.
So we have a motion. We don't need a second. Is there any other discussion or questions?
Does anyone else want to see it again?
I just like to say Stewart Avenue is named
After that's the Yes, yes.
And we have a school, Helen J. Stewart.
Yeah.
We have
She had the ranch upon which was the spring. Was the original spring on her ranch. And so that's basically the birth of the city.
She's considered the mother of the city.
The mother of the city.
She's buried here too.
She's a really, really important historical figure for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Is the statue about the same size as the Winnemucca?
Yeah.
Would it sound interesting that you could do a duplicate stand of the one out there and it would go in that general area?
That's what we're thinking, yeah, we ordered those spaces specifically for City Hall, so we ordered one just like that.
Because that would go well.
Yeah, I think we have our own hallway of...
And does that come under, if that's Arts Commission's budget? Do we have much of that this year?
I could ask, I do need to get a proposal. I'm hoping galleries might be able to pay for it too, so I'll let you know.
We haven't done this year's budget.
Yeah. I'm not sure, because... Yeah, but definitely, yeah. We need to order a couple bases anyways, just for the different things we're getting in. So.
All right, so we can deal with the pedestal when it arrives. We need to. So there's a motion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Next item, report for possible action regarding the Public Art Advisory Subcommittee's update of pending donations of artwork, Leroy's Bald Eagle, and the Walker Collection, No Fiscal Impact, all awards. We didn't have a lot to report on those. There's a meeting about the Walker Collection that's happening next Thursday at West Las Vegas Art Center. That donation has not been approved yet. It's 78 West African artifacts. And there's a lot of things to consider on that one. As for the Leroy Spotted Eagle was a photographic portrait that we did accept a while back. And we requested some biographical information from his widow, which we've received. And she wanted to also include with that a beaded cane. And so that's just pending the size and some framing quotes for how to display that with the cane and the biographical information and the portrait together.
But she's providing the front.
She's, the widow of Leroy Spotted Eagle.
We just wanted a little bit more specifics on the size and all of that before we,
So we just discussed the status of those two projects, and there's really nothing for the Arts Commission to approve on that. So moving on, or do we need to accept the report? No? Okay. Item 9, citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Commission. No subject may be acted upon by the Commission unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. So we have some other guests who have come in during the course of the meeting. If you care to introduce yourself, go ahead. If you have something you'd like to discuss, you may.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
I'm Jeff Olmans. I'm a guest of Mr. Lennox. I'm actually from South Bend, Indiana, just visiting, so just
great.
I'm a student from Little League. My name is Brooke Fitzgerald, and I'm in Tasha's class.
Okay, great. Yeah, the public art class. We were discussing that earlier in the lecture series. So. Okay.
I have a question, and I don't
Sure.
know if now is the time on the agenda to do it, and I think my question
so.
will be directed at you, Bob.
And
I have a question for the city attorney. We had a city council meeting on Wednesday regarding the Arts Commission and our annual projects, and an item came up that I think I would love to share with this commission, but I'm not sure. It's not on the agenda. So how do I...
We don't need an
that?
action, she just wants to.
Yeah, I don't need an action.
Informational
Just
purposes.
informational purposes.
We're not going to take any action on it.
No.
That's good. I don't have any problem.
Okay. Then I guess now I'll tell everybody that at the city
It's just informational.
Just information.
That's fine.
At the city council meeting on Wednesday, we did our annual projects plan review on our municipal arts fund, our percent for the arts ordinance, and all of the plans. It came to everybody's attention that Councilman Beers is putting together an ordinance to rescind the percent for the arts ordinance. So that is just informational. There's no action to be taken by this body, but I wanted everybody to understand it because they could very well read about it in the newspaper. So if you have a chance to play back the city's council meeting last Wednesday, you'll see that. And
We were, item 36.
yeah, it was item 36. Now, what will happen now is that I will brief the council at council briefings the first week of March about percent for the arts ordinances and what they do in cities and how they operate. So I'm just going to take it one step at a time, and I'm just letting you guys know what has transpired.
that was March 1st. Did you say?
The council meeting was
yesterday.
And I'll do briefings. We do city council briefings twice a month before city council meetings. So I'll do briefings the first week in March.
We did receive a lot of support, though, for our presentation and the program.
Pardon?
We did receive a lot of support from the presentation.
Yes, we did. We actually have a lot of council support for what we're doing. It was a really great presentation, and we received a lot of accolades from City Council and City Manager's Office. So I don't know where this is going to go. I have no idea, but I just wanted this commission to be aware that there is a council person who feels that it shouldn't be necessary to have an ordinance. So he is going to propose an ordinance to repeal the ordinance. So this is just informational purposes.
Well, informational response, is there anything that should come from the commission or individuals on the commission?
And that's a good question, and we will let you know.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
What does that mean exactly? No funding for the arts?
What it means, what he's proposing, as I understand it now, and the first we heard of it was at the city council meeting, is that he is proposing an ordinance to rescind the percent for the arts ordinance.
No percent.
We have to
No
keep the
percent.
discussion limited because it's not an agenda.
Right. What ward does he represent, or what?
What number is that?
Yeah.
3.
It's
No, not this one.
2.
2.
Did he appoint anyone there?
I believe you are his appointment.
Who is his predecessor? He's relatively new, so I don't know who was the councilman before. Okay, we have to stop.
Okay, well, let's at least make a direction that we can have this on the agenda for the next meeting.
We can't make any motion.
I'm just giving direction.
Oh, sorry.
That was direction.
The direction of staff.
Sorry, not a motion.
Yes, those are always televised, and you can rewatch them online on Channel 2.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you. The municipal, that funds the that's where the municipal art fund comes from.
Yes,
We still have general fund and art fund.
Right. There's 3 funding sources in here.
That our budget is comprised of. Okay, I have a couple of announcements. Also, we voted on this a few months back, but we have launched the Arts Commission's Facebook page and Twitter account. It's at LV Public Art for Twitter and Facebook, just Las Vegas Arts Commission. Commissioner Alvarez is an administrator on that with myself and Lisa Stamanis. And that's just new since January, since the beginning of the year. So everyone, if you have an account, like it. I think we only have about 45 likes. But once you get 30, they start giving you the analytics. And our reach mark went up a lot when I posted some video of Jeannie Voltura, the galleries person, being interviewed on the city cable channel.
I suggested Noel also encourage our e-blast list, which is national and actually international, that people like us also. So it's not just Las Vegas.
So if we have a dedication coming up or a project, or maybe Noel updated the Artist Opportunities page with new calls to artists, those are national, we can put a quick post. So that's just another way that people can find out about what we're doing, or also be directed to the website. And I think, is there anything else from any other projects, Lisa, that we need to make an announcement about? That's just sort of staff report kind of
Still looking
things.
for a home for the gnomes.
Oh, the gnomes, yes.
We're thinking about possibly, I think it's Las Vegas Country Club. They have a really strong neighborhood association, and it would benefit the community. And as long as it's open to the public can come in and take a look at it. So we'd have to talk about those things, but someplace that it can go where it can be viewed by the public but still protected.
But still,
So
yeah, they're a little
they'll
bit
probably
vulnerable.
stay out in our lobby until something comes up.
They could use a little dusting, I think, or a little hosing off right now.
We need a good rain.
Yeah, a good rain.
We're waiting for rain.
I'd be happy to talk to building manager at the historic Fifth Street School.
I know, we talked to Brian, but we don't know if they're safe enough out there. I don't know.
games you guys are?
And I thought in the Fountain Atrium at the Fifth Street School is a little more protected, but sometimes that is rented for weddings and things, and they don't necessarily want a 9-foot gnome at their wedding reception. We had to, get the artist to come out with his pickup and move them again or something, and that's an expense for him too, and everything. So.
And that campus is used a lot. When we do the book festival there, every square inch of it is used, so.
Yeah. So if they're there, they would probably need to be moved now and then, even from there, so.
The thing is that it is an expense. I don't think we have the pleasure of being able to use our tech crew that often, because they're kind of booked to the max. So, hiring somebody to move them, usually it's Jesse, because he has a good little trailer to move them around in, but it's a little expense there.
For the moment, they're feeling at home at Nome on the terrace up here.
The city staff like them.
Yes.
The city workers think they're wonderful.
Yes. I think
They're happy little fellows.
Okay. So I can accept a motion to adjourn. This time, any other public citizen comments you'd like to make? Okay.
Adjourn.
Okay. All in favor of adjournment? Okay. Opposed? Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Staff report.